Hey my beautiful Taurus peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Am from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome in here to your December 2023 tarot reading. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. I do want to mention before we start, if you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description box below if you want to book me there. But without further ado, let's see what's popping in for our bull gang coming on into December. Wishing you all a very happy holidays. I hope you enjoyed time with your friends, your family, and your loved ones, and you have an awesome time nonetheless. All right, Team Taurus, let's get into it. We're going to start out here with the first card. So the overall energy of the month, we got here the Temperance. I like it. It's a balanced feeling emotionally. So you're coming to a point, I think, where you might have gone through a lot of stuff, but it feels like most of it here is processed, which I think is quite lovely to see. So you're kind of at a point where everything feels good. You feel very processed. You feel great emotionally. It's like you're balanced out here now. If you've been dealing with a lot of stuff, taking a look at the current energy, the 10 of Cups, what you're dealing with here, the Judgment, having a look here at the outcome, the 10 of Wands showing up for you as well. So Team Taurus, let's go ahead here and begin. Now, like I mentioned, the Temperance, feeling emotionally balanced coming into your month, having a look here at the current energy, 10 of Cups. There's definitely something special, I feel, coming into the month here, December. And you know what it feels like, guys? Maybe it's the holiday energy and the holiday spirit that makes you feel a bit more lovey, a bit more bubbly. It's a wonderful time, right? This is one of the greatest times of the year where we feel very loving, we're around our loved ones, and we're not so much in isolation. We're definitely a bit more social, so it's a good time to connect with family, friends, and people we care about. So I feel like you're cozy. Like I'm looking at this 10 of Cups, and you know, this couple here is so cozy, relaxing by the fireplace. They got the kitty cat over there. Looks like my cat relaxing with me and my girlfriend. So I love that. But regardless, you're in this energy, Taurus, where things seem a lot more chilled out and mellowed out for sure. Having a look at what you're dealing with, the Judgment. It's like, I need to take a chance here, you know? I need to take a chance right now on being less stressed. I need to take a chance right now on, you know, taking away the stress, taking away the fear, taking away the worry, and just be chill coming into the month. I think you've been dealing with some sort of high stress situation for the past either couple months or couple weeks. And coming into December, it's like, I need that to stop. I need to be at a point where I'm relaxed, where I can have mental clarity, peace of mind, because stress isn't what's going to help me, right? But being clear-headed is. Now, looking at the outcome, 10 of Wands. I think that regardless of what your energy is this month, you still have some things that I think that need to be taken care of. 10 of Wands can represent struggles. I don't know if you may be dealing with struggles with people in your relationships, struggles within your career, struggles potentially with your own personal life that may be private to you, which I won't pry into. But you have struggles that are still here, but it's about having a better perception of these struggles, having a better kind of mindset too. It's not easy to tackle struggles in life while feeling like you're never going to overcome them or having an incredibly negative attitude. Your attitude is key, and having a great mindset and attitude can heavily contribute to whether or not you overcome struggles in your life and you move forward in a positive direction. So I think that's what it's all about. I think you realize I've had some struggles for a while and I've had a negative attitude about it. I've been upset. Maybe you've been depressed. Maybe you've been angry for a long time. And you're like, all those emotions never helped me once get rid of these struggles. So it's like, why don't I try more positive morale? Why don't I try tapping into having a better positive perception? Why don't I try being in a bit more of a high vibrating energy? Because maybe this is exactly what I need to overcome everything I'm dealing with. So mindset's key, man. It really, really does help. So I like that for you guys. I do. Let's have a look here and move forward. Let's see what's showing up in your potential challenge for the month of December. Team Taurus. Overall, or sorry, not overall energy, but let's have a look here for the potential challenge. What do we have? We have here the Wheel of Fortune, creating the change that's necessary to get rid of the burdens and to get rid of the struggles. So it feels like, I heard high stakes. I don't know if something's high stakes for you. It could be. But I feel that with the Wheel of Fortune showing up for you, in order to get rid of whatever you're struggling with, there has to be some sort of big change. You know, so if you guys are dealing with career struggles, maybe there needs to be a major shift in your career. If you're dealing with relationship struggles, maybe there has to be a major change to the relationship. So it feels like there is something major showing up here. But what I always like to mention about anything that shows up in my challenge position in my tarot spread is that even though it shows up as a challenge, it's a challenge that always gets overcome. So with that being said here for Tauruses, you guys are going to be able to overcome whatever this major shift is. Now let's move forward and see what you can expect throughout the rest here of your December. So what can Team Taurus expect? Moving on forward here throughout the rest of December 2023, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For the first card, we have a Queen of Cups. For the following, we have here the Ten of Swords. We also have here the Four of Swords, and we have here the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like something that's coming to an end here, which is going to be major for you, is going to be that Four of Swords and that Four of Pentacles. Ten of Swords represents endings, so you're letting go here, I feel, of being held back, being disconnected or checked out. And with the Four of Pentacles, that's the energy of kind of holding on to a situation the way that it is. And it also could be about having a mindset and only sticking with that mindset. It could be about feeling stuck overall with the Four of Pentacles. But I think overall, it's like, I'm done being checked out and I'm done telling myself I'm stuck. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to focus up. I'm going to become present. I'm going to tackle the things that need to be taken care of here in my life. And I'm going to change how I feel emotionally with that Queen of Cups. So like I mentioned, it goes actually back a lot to what I talked about with the Temperance card. This is a transformative month for Tauruses because you're choosing to show up in a positive energy and you're really choosing to change your mindset. So these are things you can expect to see change. If you've had an attitude for a while where you felt so unhappy from struggling that you've kind of given up a little bit or you've checked out a lot, that's coming to an ending here as well, because it's like, that's not helpful. That's not going to serve me. It's only going to make the struggles or the challenges of life a little bit harder. So why give up when I have to do something about it? I also feel like there's also a big realization coming in here for you as well this month, where it's like you're realizing nobody's going to fix this situation for me but me. So with that being said, I wish that, the universe can come in and fix things. I wish that, my friends could or my family could, but ultimately only I can do it because I am responsible to take myself out of whatever the situation may be. You're responsible for the major transformation. So you guys are taking ownership of that here, and that's great. It really freaking is. And it's not to say that you guys never took ownership before, but, life can be hard sometimes. I understand wholeheartedly the feeling of, I'm just going to check out, It's been tough. It's been difficult. I've tried everything. I feel like, it feels like it doesn't work. I've been there a couple times in my life where I've checked out too. So by no means necessary am I judging any of you guys. I want to make that abundantly clear. But here we go. We got a Fool card coming out in regards to what you can expect. You can expect a brand new beginning, Taurus, because the Fool card is almost like being revitalized here. I'm hearing you're starting from scratch. So like I said, if you're rebuilding a new mindset, you're starting from scratch here with a new mindset. Maybe you're adapting new habits, and these new habits feel great. They feel fun. They feel awesome. Maybe some of you guys are starting over in your career. Maybe it's been long overdue. If you've had a career that didn't serve you, maybe it wasn't financially feasible. It feels fantastic to restart there. And especially wherever you might be starting at now, it could be more financially comfortable of a career that you could be tapping into as well. With relationships, maybe you've needed to change a relationship for a really long time. Maybe you held on to it. You were hoping it would go positive. Maybe this is the realization that it's time for me to change who I associate with or change this relationship and the aspect of it overall. Maybe it needs to move in a different direction entirely, whether that be an ending or whether it be a different role or dynamic to the relationship too. So it's a month here where long overdue changes are coming into play. And I think a lot of it has to do with acceptance, because maybe in the previous months or the previous weeks, one of the biggest struggles you had was accepting the fact that something needs to change. Now, the reason this needs to change, I feel, isn't because you wanted it to, but it's something that's outside of your power, So with that being said, considering that you couldn't make something happen and be favorable to you, it's about accepting the fact that this isn't going to go the way that I wanted it to, so I have to embrace the change nonetheless. Now, Taurians, in regards to embracing change, I am a firm believer that every time something may seem like it's not working out, it's always working out for you. And every time we may feel like we're dealing with rejection in our lives and facing resistance consistently, whatever it is, first and foremost, that resists will persist. So when we keep going in the direction of resistance, we'll be met with more of it. But when we allow ourselves to let go and understand that maybe rejection's God's protection, maybe everything that's happening is a blessing in disguise, and that we're being guided to something better, if we allow ourselves to open ourselves up to that perspective, that's where things will really shift for you. So I feel like this month is about letting go as well, and recognizing that whatever changes may come ahead in the future are going to be ones that are positive for you overall. Okay? So I like it, guys. Long overdue shifts are happening. Yeah, I think you've been closed off to the idea of long overdue shifts. Therefore, whatever the shift is, you've been closed off to it for a while. But now coming into the month of December, it's like, okay, well, I can't be closed off to this anymore. Something has to change. So another example would be you kept trying to make a job work, it just wasn't working. Then you jump into December and you're like, okay, I can't keep trying to make a job work that isn't working. The point is that it's not working. I need to let go and let God. I need to jump into a new beginning. I need to let go of trying to make something happen that isn't happening for me. And honestly, by letting go and being open to something else, maybe that new thing coming in for you is exactly what helps you overcome the struggles. And matching that and pairing that with a positive morale is really going to take you a long way. Okay? All right, Team Taurus, that's what I have here so far for your main situation. I like it. I like the attitude change. I think it's fantastic. I think you guys are in a much more better space emotionally, but I also like the energy of letting go of resistance. You know, I've been in that energy where I've been super, how do I say this? I've dealt with like a ton of resistance in my life before, trying to make something work time and time again, to one day realize all I ever needed to do was let go. You know, once I started letting go of the things in life that created resistance, inevitably I was guided to everything that felt like it was free flow, like it was supposed to work out for me. So yeah, if you're dealing with all that resistance, do your best here to let go. And I think you are coming into this month, okay? All right, let's have a look at some other areas of life for December. We're going to take a look here into your career, your love life, and your personal life. So let's see what's going on there, Team Taurus. Starting out with career, what do we have showing up here for our bull gang in December 2023? First card out is going to be the Seven of Swords. Looking at the next card, we have here the Knight of Wands. And lastly, we have here the Page of Wands as well. Very interesting. I almost feel like for some Taurians, you might be feeling like this is the time where I need to walk away. Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords. You may feel like some deceptions at play within your career. Maybe some of you are starting to notice that the people you work with might not be the most trustworthy people. Maybe you have a boss or something of that nature that isn't necessarily the kindest person, and maybe they are not looking out for you in ways that you would want to be looked after. So I think you're starting to see the flaws, but you might also be starting to see some of the deceptive things showing up in the workplace. And if that's the case here, you might start aligning to something you're more interested in. But besides just being more interested in a job, it's about aligning into a place where there's more welcoming energy, there's more acceptance, there's more honesty, there's more truth. So this won't apply to every Taurian, but if you're a Taurus and you've noticed that the workplace has been filled with deception or people who don't have your best interest, you might say, I'm done. I've had enough of that. I don't want to be in an environment with people that don't have my best interest. I want to be in an environment with people who do, right? So I want to be surrounded by people who give a shit and who care about my growth and who are actually looking out for me at the end of the day. So there could be some sense of a career switch happening here. Yeah, the Strength card says you might be saying it might be a little bit tough to make this career change. It's going to require a lot of my strength. It's going to require a lot of mental strength, and it's also going to require a lot of resources, but you're going to work with what you can here to create a career shift, especially if it isn't a good environment for you. So totally understandable. That could be something that may be happening here career-wise for Taurians this month. Jumping on into love, let's have a look here at single Taurus first. What do we have here for our single Taurians coming on into the month of December 2023? What's showing up here for our singles? First card's going to be the Page of Cups. The following is the Moon. We also have here the Six of Pentacles, and we have here the Lovers. If you are a single Taurus, I do think that there has been some exchanges of feelings between you and somebody else. Actually, the feeling here looks quite mutual with that Six of Pentacles, and of course with that Lovers. Ooh, baby, single Taurians, you might not be single for so long, okay? Might not be single for so long. There definitely could be a connection that's starting to move more into a commitment at this time. So I feel like single Taurians here, chances are you've been talking to somebody for a while. Maybe you didn't have like a label on the relationship or an actual commitment as of late, but it looks like it's heading in that direction with this person. So word to the wise here, if you're already talking to somebody, chances are it's actually going somewhere. And actually at the same time, if you're single and you haven't really been talking or met anybody yet, this can be happening in December as well, where you may actually meet somebody that you do feel quite romantically engaged with. And with that being said, it turns into a commitment as the feeling is mutual and both of you are looking for expansion. So single Taurians, not so single moving forward, okay? I like that. Hopping on into the couple Taurians, what do we have in store for your month of December 2023? What's going to be showing up here for our Taurus? First card out, it's going to be the High Priestess. Looking at the following, the Devil. We also have here the Nine of Swords, and we have here the Eight of Wands. This looks like a month here where it's time for you and your partner to conquer your fears. I don't believe that this is about fears of the relationship, but maybe it's about external things that both of you fear. Maybe you two live together. You could be fearing the bills. You could be fearing money and finances. You could be fearful of potentially where your relationship is headed and where things are going, but it feels like most of it's external, far away from the relationship, but it affects both of you rather than something that's actually about the relationship. Neither here nor there. However it resonates to you, I think that Taurian couples here are looking at some of the things that have been creating fear, stress, anxiety, and both of you are saying, we need to overcome this. So Eight of Wands here. Let's communicate. Let's talk. Let's grow together. Let's work together and come up with a solution here on how we can live out of that energy of fear, worry, and anxiety and promote the feelings of comfort, security, and stability. So I think you and your respected romantic partner are looking for more sense and more of a feeling of security. That could be financial security. It could be emotional security, however it applies to you. But I think actually it's going to turn out quite well for you. I do think that with the Eight of Wands being the card here, that's the card of things moving forward in a positive direction. So I see you and your person doing this and being quite successful with it too. All right. I love that for the Taurian couples. Moving forward, let's have a look here and see what's happening on a bit more of a personal level for Taurus this month. What do we got? First card out is going to be the Queen of Wands. Taking a look here at the next card, we have here the Eight of Cups. And lastly, we have here the Five of Wands showing up as well. Like I said, baby, walking away from the stress, walking away from the worry, walking away from the anxiety. You know, you're walking away from a lot of the things that have been bothering you for the past couple weeks, past couple months, etc. You know, I mentioned in the main situation, you were like, I need to give being more chill, more positive, more relaxed a chance. I need to do what I can to de-stress and to be in a very good space emotionally. And you probably haven't been for a while, but you're recognizing, let me give it a chance this month, because being stressed out didn't make me any less stressed, and it also didn't help my problems. So maybe being more in a positive space, a more relaxed space, a clear-headed space, that will be what helps me overall. And I do think it will. Queen of Wands showing up here for you. This is the card of being incredibly motivated. It's the card of feeling like you're back in your power, feeling like you got your mojo back for some Taurians showing up here too, which I like. You know, this kind of reminds me like, you know, how Austin Powers got his mojo back or how Stella got her groove back. You know, this is the energy of feeling back like you're yourself again. You know, you're not dealing with this shadow version of yourself that you're so unhappy with. It's like, I feel like me again, and even though I may be dealing with stresses and problems from life, I'm not letting that identify who the fuck I am, you know? So I'm gonna be who I am. I'm gonna show up and be myself and be happy and be in that good ass vibe, but this time, I'm going to separate my problems from my identity, and I'm going to do what I can in a positive manner to work on my problems so that they no longer affect me, you know? You guys are not your problems. Remember that. You are yourself. Problems may affect you, but they're not you. So if you can show up and be the best version of you that you can, you're going to be able to tackle these problems and these struggles as best as you can at this time as well. Okay? All right, Taurians, let's take a look at this overall outcome for the month of December, and we'll see what we got. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Taurus throughout December 2023, and we have here the Death card, baby. I love it. Death card here represents change and transformation, and by the way, every time that this card represents a change and transformation, it always represents a positive one, okay? So there's definitely change happening here. Some of you I do want to mention might be recently seeing the number synchronicity 555. If you've been seeing that everywhere you go, you've been seeing it on the clock, on your watch, on your phone, whatever, maybe on a license plate or something of that nature, 555 represents that change is coming, positive change is coming. So if you've been seeing that number synchronicity quite often, this is that verification of that change coming into play for you. All right, so before we sign off here, Taurus, just a bit of an overview of your month ahead in December. You know, you guys are starting to come into a really good perception. You guys are definitely a lot better or feeling a lot better emotionally. It's like, yeah, there's still some stuff here I got to deal with that I'm not happy with the Ten of Wands, but you're working on it, guys. You know that you have to make a pretty big change. And the reason why I feel like this big change has been delayed is because you've been trying to make something work that isn't anymore. You've been dealing with resistance for quite some time. But what this month is going to show you is that whatever it is you resist persists, and maybe it is time to let go. It's time to, not be in that energy where you've been checked out because maybe you've tried to make something work for so long that you gave up for a bit. It's like, let me come back into my life. Let me become present again. And I need to let go of what I've been holding on to. Maybe this isn't supposed to work out for me like I thought it would, but if I let go and I tap into something new with the Fool card, then I'll be looking at a brand new beginning, and this brand new beginning may be even better for me than what I was previously trying to make work. So it's a good time of letting go. It's a good time of changing your energy. And I think that you guys can definitely expect positive change coming forward from the beginning here of this transformation. All right, Taurus, you're in the very beginning here. You haven't seen the full transformation yet, so wait on it, guys. There's a lot more coming that I think you're going to enjoy. Okay? All right, Team Taurus. With that being said, it was lovely having you. Thank you so much for your love, support. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, drop a like. I'd appreciate it. If you're new here, subscribe. I'd be more than happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. Of course, guys, if you want to get a personal reading with me, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description below if you'd love to book me there. But Taurians, have a happy holidays, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.